Welcome to the Facebook Ads Masterclass. This is Peter Sabo, your coach, and I'm going to show you everything you need to know about ads and funnels and all these different things to really make it work from the guy who built the number one Facebook ad agency in Central and Eastern Europe, and that would be me. And why would you even listen to me? Well, I had the great chance and amazing privilege to meet Mikhail 3 years back at a $10,000 private mastermind. There was millionaires, 8, even 9-figure people. There was a guy worth $500 million. So just a very, very successful, private environment. I think there was like 15, 20 people, not more than that. And a few months later, I was running his ads. So, we really created these results together, but obviously I don't want to take away the credit from Mikhail. He and his team put in a great amount of action. They built the funnel. So, I want to reiterate that all the things that he's told you is, yes, this whole process takes a little bit of patience, time, persistence, and all that, but it does work, and I can vouch for that. I've built a 7-figure agency myself. I'm a 2 Comma Club member as well. Wrote a number one bestseller, got featured in a bunch of PR, traveled the world. So really the reason I'm sharing this is not to make myself sound cool or Mikhail or anyone else, but there's one truth without a question, is that Mikhail pulled together an incredible pool of talented, actually successful people who will be teaching you. I've seen many courses out there. I've been in business almost a decade, so I've been through, the cheap stuff, the medium price. I've been through programs that cost 10, 20 grand. And rarely have I ever seen something so complete, concise, and yet so powerful as something that Mikhail put together. And, I'm grateful that I can be contributing to it as well. And again, I just really want to reassure you that, my friend, you are in good hands. You're really learning from people that know what they're talking about. And unlike, many other people out there, this is no longer the blind leading the blind. As you can see over here, this is 2 of the business managers that I own, is almost 1,000 ad accounts. Now, to be fair, there's a bunch of backup ad accounts. So not all of them are active, but I believe to date we've had over 400 high-ticket clients, most of them paying $2,000 a month. This is just a tiny, tiny fraction of some of the clients that I've worked with, scaled multiple of these guys to 6 and 7 figures a month. This, for example, is just one ad account. We turned $1 million into well over $2 million. And keep in mind, this is excluding email sales, follow-up, and all that good stuff, and, remarketing on other platforms. This client in last November, they actually hit $1 million per month. So, this is just some proof, some examples that we've done what we actually claim to do. And like I said, I had the great, amazing privilege to, travel the world, speak on stage in front of hundreds of people, invest in charitable events and galas where I had, great, amazing privilege of meeting celebrities like Ashton Kutcher, Travolta, Matthew McConaughey, even met my girlfriend there. So it's a great investment. And in the lower left corner, again, you see the 2 Comma Club. And really, again, to reiterate, my intention is not here to make me look cool or anything, but I really want to reassure yourself that, man, like, you're in great hands. Like, you're learning from top high-level experts, people that have actually attained the outcome that you want to get, which is a 7-figure agency that not only gives you the freedom, the fulfillment, but also the finances that you want to live the life that you've always dreamt of and help other people do so too. So essentially, we'll be covering a few things. Number one, I'm going to show you how I build ad campaigns from scratch in real time. Number two, I'm going to walk you through each and every step slowly and in great detail so you can understand everything and put it into action. And then third, I'm going to show you the mindset of a 7-figure media buyer. And then finally, I want to actually take you behind the scenes of some of my ad accounts and show you $1 million worth of campaigns. I'm probably going to show you multiple because across the clientele we've generated tens of millions, and we spent easily over 10 million in ad spend. It's even hard to count at this point because, when you have more than 500 ad accounts, it doesn't even calculate. Like, the system, I don't think it's set up to deal with that much data. So there's really tens of millions of dollars that back this training up. And I'll show you everything, nothing held back. nothing left, unturned. I'm like literally going to give you everything. So for now, I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to show you how I build an ad campaign from scratch. And I do want to say one last thing, or actually two things. If it's going to be quick and you're going to be thinking, oh wow, I didn't really quite understand that, do not worry. The first video training is just me like real time showing you how it's done, and then in the second one I'm actually going to explain everything, so you don't have to worry about that. And even the second thing, to be completely frank with you, and explain why I'm doing this, and what's my motivation and intention. Frankly, I've been running ads for many years, managed probably thousands, tens of thousands of campaigns for many different clients, small and big. And to be honest, like at this point, I'm kind of bored. Bored because I've quote unquote figured it out. For me, I'm very grateful. I mean, I honestly think I'd be blind not to notice some obvious patterns by this point. I've helped way too many people get incredible results, and I'd be blind not to notice the difference between what works and what doesn't. So one of my skills or talents is looking at a business and being able to identify what's wrong, what's the leakage, how to fix it, and get them insane results. And this is how some of our clients hit home runs, like double, triple their lead flow, their revenue in a matter of days and weeks, not months or years. And it's very doable. And I'll show that to you during this training of how exactly I do that. But back to the point of being bored, it's really stemming from just having done it so many times. But then you may be asking myself, well, why do I still do it? Why am I doing this training in the first place? And why am I passionate about this training? Because I really think I can deliver some massive value. Well, the reason is because I really don't think what I'm doing here is just teaching you ads. I really think ads is the surface level thing that everybody kind of wants. We've had hundreds and even thousands of people come to us like, oh, if we could only have cheaper leads or clicks or strategy sessions, everything would kind of take care of itself, things would fall into place, and my problems would disappear. And I'd hear that way too many times. And after helping some of these people get insane results, I kind of discovered that on the surface, we may be optimizing your CPC, CTR, CPM, and all these different, shallow surface level metrics, but really deep down, we change a life. And I realized that when I was in my LA hotel room, and I get this message from one of my clients who got to 400,000 a month. And just a few months before that, I think literally like 2 months, he was making like super inconsistent 10, 20 grand a month, organic strategies, that kind of stuff. And literally in 2 months, he like 20x'd his business. And finally now he has consistency, no more income roller coasters. He has peace of mind, and he's just living, loving life. And when I got this text message, I almost felt bad. And the reason I felt bad is because it took me barely an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to get him those results. We've already spent many years and tens of thousands of dollars testing and perfecting some of our funnels or ad templates and strategies and tactics. So all we did is just, give him a proven funnel, the same funnel that Mikkel is giving you. And then my team just literally like set up 2 campaigns based on what we know worked. And then fast forward 2 months, this guy more than 20x'd his business, and all his worst nightmares and problems went away almost instantly. And now he's living his dream. And when I realized that, I think that's when I really understood what we do. And it's not really ads, like that alone is boring, pushing buttons, pulling levers, like that is boring. But when you realize that it's not just about the ads, but it's about the ability to like change someone's business, their life, to change the entire family's life or all the people around them with such leverage by just clicking some buttons and pulling some levers, that's what gets me excited. Because on the surface, we may be helping you with your ads, but deep down, we really, truly change a life. And when I get to impact one life, that one person is going to impact tens or hundreds around them. And then those will impact thousands and tens of thousands. So really, we're changing the world for the better. And I know it sounds cheesy and I know it sounds corny, but I really think That's what we're doing here. That's why we're doing it in the first place. And that's what keeps me going. And that's why I enjoy helping these people. And more than the ads, I don't really care about the ads. But what I do care about is if we do a good job on the ads, which I'll show you how to do, a life can be transformed dramatically, and it can happen very quickly, almost too quickly. And I'm just excited to have you on this journey with me, Mikkel, and the rest of the team, because you will be able to take your not only financial destiny, but your entire destiny in your own hands and in your own control. Because as soon as you learn this skill, obviously next to how to do sales and funnels and all these different things, but once you learn all these different things and obviously you put in what it takes, it's going to take a little bit of patience, persistence, tenacity. But if you do, I promise you there's gold on the other side of the tunnel. It's just amazing things waiting for you. So I'm very glad that you're watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one where I'm going to show you exactly how I build an ad campaign from scratch in real time.